All right. Are we ready to rock? Let's change gears here. Ronald McDonald House. I remember being frozen live in a block of ice for 48 hours at Mapleview Mall to raise money for Ronald McDonald House when it was just opening up.
Wow.
Isn't that something? Ronald McDonald House has joined forces with Dalton Timmis Insurance in submitting an idea for the 2012 Aviva Community Fund 2012 contest. This is a nationwide contest which opened October 1st, runs until January 24th. Aviva will be dividing and giving out $1 million to community ideas across Canada. The contest is driven by a series of rounds where citizens are encouraged to register their email address and vote each day within the voting periods. Ronald McDonald House Hamilton recently reopened its doors to families with sick children, having upgraded their facilities from 15 to 40 rooms, adding a professional kitchen, play areas for the kids, an exercise room, a small theater, and nooks for families to spend time together. To talk more about all of this is Ty Howie, Marketing Coordinator for Dalton Timmis Insurance, and Janice Shearer, Development Officer for Ronald McDonald House, and they are both on the line now. Good afternoon, Ty and Janice. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Scott?
Doing very well. Thanks for taking the time. First, let's talk to Janice on this. Janice, tell us about the Ronald McDonald House now. For people who have perhaps been out of the loop for a while, what state are you guys in right now?
We opened on July the 3rd as a much larger home away from home for families of sick kids being cared for at McMaster Children's Hospital. So up until 2010, we were a home of 15 bedrooms, and today we're a home of 40 bedrooms.
That must completely change the dynamic of this house.
Absolutely. It's just a thrill for all of us to be able to offer a safe, comfortable home for families from all over southwestern Ontario, to have a safe place to put their heads down when they're in crisis with their children.
So basically, this is a place for the families to stay while they have kids who are very, very sick being treated in the hospital.
Absolutely. Yep. That's exactly what we're all about. We try to provide a home to everyday moments when the unthinkable is happening to you as a parent.
This is an absolutely great idea. I've been to the house a couple of times.
Yes.
Describe the environment, because it really does feel like a home.
It does feel like a home, and with 40 bedrooms, one could argue we're a hotel, but we're not. We very, very much are a home away from home. We have a culinary program manager who prepares hot dinner for our families from every day of the week. Breakfast is put out for them every morning. The rooms are beautiful. They're clean. There's things for their children to do. There's places for them to sit and make some pretty tough decisions, when you think about what it's like on a hospital ward, it's noisy, it's busy, it's crowded, and you come over here and we're a home, and the only thing we are missing is a garden, and that's why we've partnered with Dalton Timmis and have put forward this project to the Aviva Community Fund.
All right, Ty, weigh in on this and tell us how Dalton Timmis Insurance is involved.
Well, basically, we got together and we sat down, and we wanted to submit a contest idea this year to the Aviva Community Fund, and I had known Janice previously through Mohawk College, and we sat down and we said, hey, let's just contact them and see. I know they just went through major renovations, and there may be stuff that didn't get done, and just wanted to see what they needed and wanted, and we got together, and here we are, and we're in this contest full force right at the moment.
And Ty, tell everybody how this contest works.
Well, basically, the Aviva Community Fund is it's a nationwide contest across Canada, and Aviva encourages communities across Canada to put forth ideas in order to win funding. So Aviva Canada is actually going to give away $1 million to community ideas, and each idea can win up to $150,000, and it's all on a voting system. So we encourage Canada to go out and vote, and if you get the most votes, you move from the preliminary rounds to the semifinal round, and if you get through and you get votes for that round, you move on to a judges panel, and the judges come together and finally determine who's going to actually get the prize money. So.
And how do you get the public involved? What exactly do we have to do? How do we vote?
Well, right now, Dalton Timmis has gone out. We've gone out to the public. We talked to students, and we've been to businesses and families and friends. But basically, anyone listening now, if you go to avivacommunityfund.org, Aviva is AVIVA, communityfund.org, you can search the Ronald McDonald House Hamilton, and our idea will come up. You can read all about it, and there's a giant vote button, and you can't miss it. And you have to register with an email, and you have to confirm that email. And once you confirm that email, you can go in and vote for our idea once a day, every day between the voting periods.
And you encourage people to vote daily, don't you?
Daily. We once a day. So right now, this round one is going to go until October 15th, and then we'll move on to the semifinals. Our idea right now, there were 730 ideas submitted across Canada in round one, and we're in second place in Canada.
Wow!
So, yeah, we're doing really well. So we're hoping, we know that we're off to the semifinals in December, and once that December 3rd to December 12th hits, we encourage everyone to go online and vote once a day, every day in that week, and try to get us into the finals.
How are you getting the word out?
Oh, we're doing a lot. We're hitting the pavement. We're talking to people. We do everything on Facebook, Twitter. Making phone calls, going to see students, going to see family and friends, visiting clients. Just trying to get the word out as much as we can.
All right. So, Janice, tell us what this will be used for, if in fact you get the money.
Well, as you can see from what Ty has said to you, we've got really high hopes of getting the money. And as I said, one of the things that when you're home, what you enjoy a great deal, particularly in this beautiful Canadian weather, is to have the opportunity to sit outside. And we all know that when given the opportunity to sit outside, there's something that happens to you when you get to reflect upon your life while you're sitting in amongst things that are growing. And while we have some backyard areas here, we really don't have a garden, and nor does the concrete building that a hospital is in have much green space. So that's what this money is being spent on. We're going to build a garden, and that garden is going to both support the house as well as the families. We're going to have a vegetable garden and an herb garden in it, and so our culinary program manager will be able to grow his own vegetables and grow his own herbs, and families will be able to enjoy music and outdoor lighting, and we'll barbecue out there, and there'll be a labyrinth and private sitting areas, and it'll be wheelchair accessible. So should your child be able to leave the hospital, you can bring them over and they can sit out back and just, have that sunshine on them and feel good and be outside.
You were talking about how you've increased from 15 to 40 rooms. Obviously, when you were at 15, I know that it was quite a busy place. Now that you're up to 40, still have the waiting list to get in?
We're really lucky. We're finding that we're able to accommodate the families that need to be here. What we're finding is we're accommodating the neonatal intensive care moms who stay here for a long time, but because we've got so much more space, we can accommodate other families that aren't in the hospital for such a long period of time. And what was happening before is by the time a room came open, a family that was caring for their child at MAT for a shorter period of time never made it off our waiting list. So we're really happy to say that we're accommodating all families that need to be accommodated.
And how is all of this funded?
Oh, that's a great question. About 17% of our operating budget is funded through Ronald McDonald Children's Charities, and the rest of the money is raised by us. We don't get any government funding. We are self-sustaining, and so we're blessed with some wonderful community partners, families and friends that allow us to keep our doors open. With a 40-bedroom home, we've got a huge budget. It's significantly larger than when we were a 15-bedroom home, and so the effort that Dalton Timmis are putting in to help us build this garden is just, I can't thank them enough, because every little bit helps, and we got a big job ahead of us funding the operation of this home.
All right, Ty, if we want to play and get involved again, what do we do?
Basically, we go online, avivacommunityfund.org, search the Ronald McDonald House Hamilton. We are the only Ronald McDonald House right now in the contest. And once you go to our page, there's a giant big vote sign. Click on that and sign up to vote. You can also go and vote through Facebook online. Just type in Aviva Community Fund in the Facebook search, and follow the same steps. Type in Ronald McDonald House, and again, click that big vote button once a day, every day.
All right, avivacommunityfund.org, and Aviva spelled A-V-I-V-A, communityfund.org. Thanks to Ty Howie, Marketing Coordinator, Dalton Timmis Insurance, and Janice Shearer, Development Officer, Ronald McDonald House in Hamilton. Good work, guys. Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Scott.
Thank you. It is 2:50. It's 900 CHML. I'm Scott Thompson. We're coming back.